vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha namo mahavadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna chaitanya namne goda tvise namaha. Okay. Hemata bhatta grihe rohe gora chandra nirantar bhatta sange Krishna katananda. Mahaprabhu remained at the house of Venkata Bhatta and constantly talked with him about Lord Krishna. In this way he was very happy. Shri Vaishnavata Seve Lakshmi Narayan Tar Bhakti Deki Prabhur Tushta Hoy Laman. Being a Vaishnav in the Ramanuja Sampradaya, Venkata Bhatta worshipped the deities of Lakshmi and Narayan. Seeing his pure devotion, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very satisfied. Nirantar tar sange hoilo sakya bhav, hasya parihasya duhe sakya swabhav. Constantly associating with each other, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Venkata Bhatta gradually developed a friendly relationship. Indeed, sometimes they laughed and joked together. So now, indicating Mahaprabhu is going to tease him. Because he's in the Ramanuja line, the Sri Sampradaya, they worship Lakshmi Narayan as the highest. So now Mahaprabhu is going to have a little fun. See, this is like high level joking. Prabhu kohe bhatta toma Lakshmi Thakurani Kanta Vaksha Stita Pati Vrata Shiromani. Mahaprabhu told the Bhattacharya, your worshipable goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, always remains on the chest of Narayan, and she is certainly the most chaste woman in the creation. Amar Thakur Krishna Gopa Gocharak Sadvi Hoya Kene Chahe Tahar Sangam. However, my Lord is Lord Shri Krishna, a cowherd boy who is engaged in tending cows. Why is it that Lakshmi, being such a chaste wife, wants to associate with my Lord? Elagi sukabok chari chirakal rataniyam kori tap kori lo apar. Just to associate with Krishna, Lakshmi abandoned all transcendental happiness in Vaikuntha, and for a long time accepted vows and regulative principles and performed unlimited austerities. And now we have a quotation from the Bhagavatam, which is spoken by the wives of the Kaliya serpent. Kasyanu bhavo syana deva vidmehe tabangri renu sparashadi kada yadvanchaya shir lalana chada tapo vihaya kaman suchiram dhritarata. O Lord, we do not know how the serpent Kaliya attained such an opportunity to be touched by the dust of your lotus feet. Even the goddess of fortune, for this end, performed austerities for centuries, giving up all other desires and observing austere vows. Indeed, we do not know how the serpent Kaliya got such an opportunity. We were discussing this verse some days ago, when Krishna is dancing on the head of the Kaliya serpent, Actually, to kill him, the objective being to kill him. But he's being graced by the foot dust of Krishna's lotus feet. So then the wives of the Kaliya serpent, they're saying, well, how is it that our husband has got such fortune? Even Lakshmi Devi herself, she prayed, she did so much austerity for centuries, but she could not get this fortune. Bhatta kohe Krishna Narayane kai swarup Krishna te adik lila vaidagdyadidup. Venkatabhatta then said, Lord Krishna and Lord Narayan are one and the same, but the pastimes of Krishna are more relishable due to their sportive nature. Tar sparshe nahi jai pativrata dharma Kautuke Lakshmi chahen Krishna sangama. Since Krishna and Narayan are the same personality, Lakshmi's association with Krishna does not break her vow of chastity. Rather, it was in great fun that the goddess of fortune wanted to associate with Lord Krishna. Siddhant now quotation from, it's included in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Siddhanta tastabedepi Shisha Krishna Sarupayo Rasenod Krishyate Krishna Rupam Esha Rasastiti. According to Venkatabhatta's quoting this, according to transcendental realization, there is no difference between the forms of Narayan and Krishna. Yet in Krishna there is a special transcendental attraction due to the conjugal mellow, and consequently he surpasses Narayan. This is the conclusion of transcendental mellows. So they're actually the same. However, according to rasa, Krishna has something more. So therefore, it does not break Lakshmi Devi's chastity if she desires her association with Krishna. Because she wants to experience some more playful mood, and so she wants to experience that with Krishna. So it's nothing, there's no impropriety here. Krishna Sangye Pativrata Dharmana Hinash Adikla Bhaya Rasa Vilas. The goddess of fortune considered that her vow of chastity would not be damaged by her relationship with Krishna. Rather, by associating with Krishna, she could enjoy the benefit of the rasa dance. Vinodini Lakshmir Hoy Krishna Abhilash Ihate Kidoshkene Koropadihas. Venkatabhatta further explained, Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is also an enjoyer of transcendental bliss. Therefore, if she wanted to enjoy herself with Krishna, what fault is there? Why are you joking so about this? So, Venkatabhatta's argument is perfectly fine, it is sound, but there is one important flaw in his arguments, which Mahaprabhu is going to point out. Prabhu kohe doshanahi ihami jani rasana pailo Lakshmi shastra hashuni. Mahaprabhu replied, I know that there is no fault on the part of the goddess of fortune, but still she could not enter into the rasa dance. We hear this from the revealed scripture. So there's no fault that she wanted to attain entrance, but why was she not able to attain? Why was she not given entrance? And now another quotation from Bhagavatam. Nayam Shriyango Nitantarate Prasada Swaryoshitam Nalina Gandarucham Kutonya Asotsavesya Bujadanja Grihita Kanta Labda Shisham Yaudagad Vajasundarinam. Bhagavatam. When Lord Sri Krishna was dancing with the gopis in the Rasa Leela, the gopis were embraced around the neck by the Lord's arms. This transcendental favor was never bestowed upon the goddess of fortune or the other consorts in the spiritual world. Nor was such a thing ever imagined by the most beautiful girls in the heavenly planets, girls whose bodily luster and aroma exactly resemble the beauty and fragrance of lotus flowers. And what to speak of worldly women, who may be very, very beautiful according to material estimation. So it's mentioning here that Lakshmi Devi, she could never have entrance. Lakshmi kenena pailo ihar ki karan tapa kodi kaiche Krishna pailo shutigan But can you tell me why the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, could not enter the rasa dance? The authorities of Vedic knowledge could enter the dance and associate with Krishna. So even the personified Vedas, they had that opportunity. Quotation from Bhagavatam, which is demonstrating this point. Nibritama, this is spoken by the personified Upanishads, this verse. Nibritamādum manoksha jiddha yoga yujo hridiyan munaya upasate tadarayopi yayu smaranat striya uragenja boga puja danda vishakta diyo vayam api te sama samajisho angri saroja sudha. Great sages conquer the mind and senses by practicing the mystic yoga system and controlling the breath. Thus, engaging in mystic yoga, they see the supersoul within their hearts and ultimately enter into impersonal Brahman. But even the enemies of the Supreme Lord attain that position simply by thinking of the Supreme Lord. However, the damsels of Braja, the gopis, being attracted by the beauty of Krishna, simply wanted to embrace him and his arms, which are like serpents. Thus the gopis ultimately tasted the nectar of the lotus feet of the Lord. Similarly, we Upanishads can also taste the nectar of his lotus feet by following in the footsteps of the gopis. So that is the key. Shruti pai Lakshmi na pai ite ki karan Batako iha praveshita nademoraman. Having been asked by Mahaprabhu why the goddess of fortune could not enter into the rasa dance when the authorities on Vedic knowledge could, Venkatabhatta replied, I cannot enter into the mysteries of this behavior. Ami jiva kuja buddhi sahaje ashtir Ishwarer lila koti samudra gambir. Venkatabhatta then said, I am an ordinary human being. Since my intelligence is very limited and I am easily agitated, my mind cannot enter within the deep ocean of the pastimes of the Lord. Tumi sakshat se Krishna janani ja karma, jade janaho se jane toma lila marma. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself. So Venkatabhatta, he's recognizing who Mahaprabhu is. You know the purport of your activities, and the person whom you enlighten can also understand your pastimes. Purport: the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and his pastimes cannot be understood by blunt material senses. One has to purify the senses by rendering transcendental loving service unto the Lord. When the Lord is pleased and reveals himself, one can understand the transcendental form, name, qualities, and pastimes of the Lord. This is confirmed in the Katha Upanishad and Mundaka Upanishad. Yam evaisha rinute tena labhyas tasyaiva atma virinute tunum swam. Anyone who is favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead can understand his transcendental name, qualities, form, and pastimes. It's as simple as that. Ishwar Kripalesh. Ishwar Kripalesh. Vaito Jahare. Tahar Ishwar Tattva. Jani Bade Pari. You get a drop of mercy from the Lord, then you can know the Lord. It is as simple. Atapi te deva parambuja dvai pashadale shana grihita eva hi janati tattvam bhagavan himno nachanye kopi chiram vichinman. Great scholars, they can spend so many ages of time trying to understand the Lord and his ways, and they cannot understand anything. But if they get one drop of the Lord's grace, then everything will be revealed to them. It is a matter of grace. It is not a matter of mind or intellect. So Venkatabhata, he's a very righteous Vaishnava. He's saying, I'm flummoxed. I cannot answer. I can only you know who you are, your nature and your ways, and who you bless, they can understand also. So unless you enlighten me, unless you choose to grace me in that way, I will not know. It's very nice. When Mahaprabhu, I often think of this, when Mahaprabhu instructs Sanatana Goswami, 2 months of instruction, like 2 months, Mahaprabhu is personally giving instruction to Sanatana Goswami. And then at the end of those 2 months, what does Sanatana Goswami do? He prays to Mahaprabhu, please bless me so I can understand everything that you've told me. Like to that extent, he's expressing this position of dependency, Like, of course, Mahaprabhu's already blessing you. He's telling you personally and directly, not through a book, but like directly. So he's also empowering you in that process. But still, Sanatana is feeling that doubt. No, I need you specifically to bless me, specifically to understand what you told me. And to think that we can get anything on our own, it is illusion. It is a fool's paradise. We are wholly dependent on grace. Beginning, middle, and end, it is all grace. It is all mercy. And it is what is the factor on our side is our ability to reciprocate with that mercy, to attract that mercy, to surrender to that mercy. That is what is needed on our side. We don't need to have a better brain or better capacity in some way, other than in this department, to attract grace. This is what we need to research. How can we attract mercy? How can we attract grace? This is the only question.
Could it be an act of humility on his part?
What did you say?
Could it be an act of humility on his part also? Could it be an act of humility on his
Who?
part? Of Sanatana Goswami.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's wonderful. It's a wonderful example. Yeah, humility.
An example to give to the devotees.
Right.
Pray for the grace.
Yes.
So that we can assimilate the real meaning of what has been taught.
Yes. Jai, very nicely said. Yes, it is a beautiful example of humility. Because yes, I mean, even upon being directly told, you can interpret things in different ways. Yes, it is true. So Venkatabhata says, you are the Supreme Lord, Krishna himself. You know the purport of your activities, and the person whom you enlighten can also understand your pastimes. Prabhu ko hai Krishna ek swabhavilakan. So this is beautiful. Mahaprabhu in a very logical way, in a very, with common sense, Mahaprabhu and Srila Sridhar Maharaj makes this point, that Mahaprabhu didn't necessarily go into deep, abstruse, philosophical analysis of different things to establish particular points. He just used common sense, So like in the case of Lord Shiva, what is the Ganga? The Ganga is the foot water of Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva is taking that on his head. So then you can logically come to the conclusion, Lord Vishnu is higher than Shiva. So here also it's a very clear and systematic approach. Lakshmi Devi is the consort of Narayan, but Lakshmi Devi is hankering for association with Krishna, and yet she doesn't get it. Then you can understand, Krishna is in the original position, is in a higher position. It's very clear.
And she's the goddess of Lakshmi.
Yes.
She cannot buy that.
She can't buy a ticket. Yeah. I think Srila Sridhar Maharaj said it like that once. She can't buy a ticket to the Rasa dance. With all her opulence. Prabhu ko he Krishna ek swabhavilakan, swamadurya sarvachita kore akashan. The Lord replied, Lord Krishna has a special characteristic. He attracts everyone's heart by the mellow of his personal conjugal love. Rajaloke bhave paye tahar charan, tade ishwar kori nahi jane brajajan. By following in the footsteps of the inhabitants of the planet known as Brajaloka or Goloka Vrindavan, one can attain the shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. However, in that planet, the inhabitants do not know that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kehotare putra gyane, udukale bande, keosaka gyane jini, charetar kande. There, someone may accept him as a son and sometimes bind him to a grinding mortar. Someone else may accept him as an intimate friend and, attaining victory over him, playfully mount his shoulders. Brajenjanandan boli tade jane brajajan, aishvarja gyane nahikon sambandha manan. The inhabitants of Brajabhumi know Krishna as the son of Maharaj Nanda, the king of Brajabhumi, and they consider that they can have no relationship with the Lord in the rasa of opulence. Aishvarja Gyan. Brajaloke bhaveje koroye bhajan, se jan pairaje bhajenja nandan. One who worships the Lord by following in the footsteps of the inhabitants of Brajabhumi attains him in the transcendental planet of Braja, where he is known as the son of Maharaj Nanda. So one has to follow in the footsteps of the Brajabasis. And now a quotation from Bhagavatam. Nayam sukhapu bhagavan dehinam gopika sutta Jnaninam chatma bhutanam yata bhakti matam iha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the son of Mother Jashoda, is accessible to those devotees engaged in spontaneous loving service, but he is not as easily accessible to mental speculators, to those striving for self-realization by severe austerities and penances, or to those who consider the body the same as the self. Shutigan gopigane anugata hoya, Brajeshwari sutta bhaje gopi bhavaloya. The authorities in the Vedic literature, who are known as the Shutigan, worshipped Lord, so this is the personified Shruti, personified Vedas, worshipped Lord Krishna in the ecstasy of the gopis and followed in their footsteps. Purport. The authorities in the Vedic literature, who are known as the Shrutigam, desire to enter into Lord Krishna's rasa dance. Therefore they began to worship the Lord in the ecstasy of the gopis. In the beginning, however, they were unsuccessful. When they could not enter the dance simply by thinking of Krishna and the ecstasy of the gopis, they actually accepted bodies like those of the gopis. They even took birth in Brajabhumi just like the gopis, and consequently became engrossed in the ecstasy of the gopis' love. In this way they were allowed to enter into the Rasa Leela dance of the Lord. Payantade gopi deho braje jabe pailo, se dehe Krishna sange rasa krida koilo. The personified authorities on the Vedic hymns acquired bodies like those of the gopis and took birth in Brajabhumi. In those bodies they were allowed to enter into the Lord's Rasa Leela dance. Gopajati Krishna gopi prayasi tahar, Devi Vanya Shri Krishna Nakore Angikar. Lord Krishna belongs to the cowherd community, and the gopis are the dearmost lovers of Krishna. Although the wives of the denizens of the heavenly planets are most opulent within the material world, neither they nor any other women in the material universe can acquire Krishna's association. Lakshmi chahe se dehe Krishna sangam, Gopika nuga hoya na koilo bhajan. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, wanted to enjoy Krishna and at the same time retain her spiritual body in the form of Lakshmi. However, she did not follow in the footsteps of the gopis in her worship of Krishna. Anya dehe napaye rasa vilas, ataiva nayam shlok kohe veda vyas. Vyasadeva, the supreme authority in Vedic literature, composed the verse beginning Nayam Sukapa Bhagavan, because no one can enter into the Rasa Lila dance in any body other than that of a gopi. Purport. This verse confirms a verse of the Bhagavad Gita, Yanti Deva Rata Devan, Pichun Yanti Pichu Rata, Bhutani Yanti Bhuteja, Yanti Mad Yajinopi Mam. Lord Krishna said, those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors will go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me. So according to the nature of one's worship, one will attain a particular corresponding destination. So one's entrance to that plane of Braja Bhumi, one must worship the residents of that plane. Purve Bhatter Mane Chilo Abhiman Shri Narayan Hoyan Swayam Bhagavan. Before this explanation was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Venkatabhata thought that Sri Narayan was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tahar bhajan sarvo padikakka hoy, Shri Vaishnavera bhajane sarvo padi hoy. Thinking in this way, Venkatabhata believed that worship of Narayan was the supreme form of worship, superior to all other processes of devotion, for it was followed by the Sri Vaishnav disciples of Ramanujacharya. Etar garva prabhu korite kandan parihasa dvare uta eteka vachan. Mahaprabhu had understood this misconception of Venkatabhata, and to correct it, the Lord talked so much in a joking way. Prabhu kohe bhata tumi na koriho samshoy, swayam bhagavan krishna eto nishchoy. The Lord then continued, my dear Venkatabhata, please do not continue doubting. Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and this is the conclusion of the Vedic literature. It's so nice, like in this very charming way, a very affectionate way, Mahaprabhu is, defeating him. He's not approaching this like, some serious debate or like a battle of wits or a battle of wills, but it's in a very like affectionate, charming, and gentle way, Gentle but also sharp, he's defeating, his understanding. It's so nice.
But there are other cases where he didn't defeat the devotees of Lord Ramachandra. Right? Some other pastimes.
Yes.
He allowed them to continue that.
Yeah, everyone has a different capacity. Yeah, he's seeing like what like potential, what capacities in that person. So he's seeing in Venkatabhata that there's some openness there, right? There's a more progressive mood, we could say. But yeah, definitely, Mahaprabhu was never forcing this on anybody, and if someone was very attached to a particular conception, then he left them with that. I mean, in most cases, just Mahaprabhu's presence was enough to move people to come to his conception. You know, we're hearing here like devotees of Lord Shiva, devotees of Vishnu, you know, and others, the Buddhists even, you know. But then there are a few cases where the person he engages with, he's not trying to, you know. There is the case with Murari Gupta, right? Mahaprabhu does like playfully try to push him to come to Krishna's side. But Murari Gupta, he's Hanuman, you know, he can't change. So he tries Murari Gupta, and he then finally says, "I'm sorry, I can give up my life, but I cannot give up my attachment to Lord Ramachandra." And then Mahaprabhu is so happy with that, and he celebrates that. He writes on his forehead, "Ram Das." So he's happy with that. So yes, I mean, it's like depends on the individual, right?
Ravinkatavata has a special seva coming up, right? He has already some special service for him.
What do you mean?
I mean, like you said, he already sees that he has some more,
right?
Develop some more affection for the pastimes and
yes.
Krishna.
Yes. Yeah, they have some particular relationship there.
And the son is Gopal Bhatta?
Yeah. Son is, I mean, with the son, Gopal Bhatta, with the brother who's Prabodhananda Saraswati, you know, like, you don't have much chance. Okay, we'll continue a little more. Krishna Vilas Murti Shri Narayan Nataiva Lakshmi Adyer Hadete Homan. Lord Narayan, the opulent form of Krishna, attracts the minds of the goddess of fortune and her followers. Quotation from Bhagavatam, Ete Chamsha Kalapam Sa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indradi Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. All these incarnations of Godhead are either plenary portions or parts of the plenary portions of the Purusha avatars. But Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. In every age he protects the world through his different features when the world is disturbed by the enemies of Indra. So, famous verse from Bhagavatam establishing Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the original form of Bhagavan. Narayan hoite Krishna asadharanagan gun ataiva Lakshmi Krishna Chishnaanukan. Because Narayan has 4 extraordinary qualities not possessed by Lord Narayan, the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, always desires his company. Tumi je podila shlok se hoy praman, se shloke aise Krishna swayam Bhagavan. You have recited the shloka beginning with Siddhanta tas tvabedepi. That very verse is evidence that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now the verse is quoted again. Siddhanta tas tvabedepi shisha Krishna sarupayo rase not krishyate Krishna rupam esha rasastiti. According to transcendental realization, there is no difference. So according to Siddhanta, there is no difference between the forms of Krishna and Narayan. Yet in Krishna there is a special transcendental attraction due to the conjugal mellow, and consequently he surpasses Narayan. This is the conclusion of transcendental mellows. Swayam Bhagavan Krishna Hare Lakshmi Man Gopikar Man Harite Nare Narayan. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, attracts the mind of the Goddess of Fortune, but Lord Narayan cannot attract the minds of the gopis. This proves the super excellence of Krishna. Narayaner ki kata Shri Krishna pane gopi kare hasya karaite hoy Narayane. To say nothing of Lord Narayan personally, Lord Krishna himself appeared as Narayan, just to play a joke on the gopis. Chatarbhuj murti dekai gopi ganer hage, se Krishna gopika nahe anurage. Although Krishna assumed the four-armed form of Narayan, he could not attract the serious attention of the gopis in ecstatic love. And now a quotation from Lalita Madhav Natak by Sriyukta Goswami. Gopinam pashupenja nandanajusho bhavasya kastam kriti vigatam kshamate duruha padavi sancharina prakiyam avishkurvati vaishnavim apitanum tasmin bhujer jishnubir yasam hanta chaturbir adbhuta ruchim ragodaya kunchati. Once Lord Sri Krishna playfully manifested himself as Lord Narayan with 4 victorious hands and a very beautiful form. When the gopis saw this exalted form, however, their ecstatic feelings were crippled. A learned scholar, therefore, cannot understand the gopis' ecstatic feelings, which are firmly fixed upon the original form of Lord Krishna as the son of Nanda Maharaj. The wonderful feelings of the gopis in ecstatic parama ras with Krishna constitute the greatest mystery in spiritual life. Heta kohi prabhutar garva chorna koriya tare sukha dite kohe siddhanta firaya. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu deflated the pride of Venkatabhatta, but just to make him happy again, he spoke as follows. And we see this a few times, Mahaprabhu will crush somebody, essentially, but then give them, love and affection and honor. Also when Gurudev, he made this point very nicely once. He said, Mahaprabhu was always on the battlefield, but with humility. That was his style. So we see a few nice examples of that with Keshav Kashmiri, with Prakashananda Saraswati in Varanasi. Same method, in this, charming mood, he's defeating them. Dukana bhaviho bhatta koilu parihas shastra siddhanta shunojate vaishna vishwas. The Lord pacified Venkatabhatta by saying, actually whatever I have said is by way of jest. Now you can hear from me the conclusion of the Shastras, in which every Vaishnava devotee has firm faith. Krishna Narayan Ch.Ch kayi swarup, Gopi Lakshmi bednahi hoye karup. There is no difference between Lord Krishna and Lord Narayan, for they are of the same form. Similarly, there is no difference between the gopis and the goddess of fortune, for they are also of the same form. So this is a very sweet, gentle conclusion. Gopi dware Lakshmi kore Krishna sanga svad, Ishwaratve vedmanile hoya parad. The goddess of fortune enjoys the association of Krishna through the gopis. One should not differentiate between the forms of the Lord, for such a conception is offensive. Ekishwar bhaktir jnananurup, ekai vigrahe kode nanakararup. There is no difference between the transcendental forms of the Lord. Different forms are manifested due to different attachments of different devotees. Actually, the Lord is one, but he appears in different forms just to satisfy his devotees. Quotation from Narada Pancharatra. Manir yata vibhagena nila pita dibiryuta rupa bedam avapnoti dhyana beda tatachuta. When the jewel known as Vaidurya touches various other materials, it appears to be separated into different colors, and consequently its form also appears different. Similarly, according to the meditational ecstasy of the devotee, the Lord, who is known as Achyuta, the infallible one, appears in different forms, although he is essentially one. Very nice. And this is an important point, because otherwise, if persons go to study, different scriptures or different commentaries on different texts, then you'll get confused, because they're seeing, they're all pure devotees of the Lord. They all have a genuine relationship with the Lord, but they're being shown a different angle. And so sometimes they may appear to be contradictory. It is hypnotism. The Lord is revealing himself in different ways to different persons and different devotees. So there's a point when there's no question of wrong or right. It's a point of revelation, what has been revealed. It takes a level of maturity to be able to enter into discussion and analysis of all these things. Otherwise, it can kill your spiritual life. Like what unique spiritual wealth has been revealed within the hearts of our gurus. You cannot take that to a book of law necessarily. And say, oh, well, I'm not sure if this quite squares up with what's been told in this Purana, and this Upanishad, and so on and so forth. It's just complete madness, complete foolishness.
Otherwise you could argue for meat eating. You could say, no, we should be serving meat in the temples. It's just that we should be offering it to Makali or something like that first. But it's in the scripture that says that we should be offering our meat to Makali, therefore we should be eating meat.
Yeah, with that mood you can go to many crazy things.
Then it wouldn't be we wouldn't get different, people having different, slightly, we wouldn't get a variety, we would all just be the same. If it was just by the scriptures. Because then everybody would have the exact same revelation. That's what makes it so special, that's what makes the Vaishnava so special. You all have something to offer in their own way.
Well, I think it's a good place to stop. I would really like to sing. Can you pass? Sorry, I gave away my kirtan and now I want it back. I would like to sing something. Thank you. Thakur Vaishnava Pada, which is on page 142. Thakura Vaishnava Pada Avanira Susampada.
Thakura Vaishnava Pada Avanira Susampada.
Shunobai Hoya Ekamana. Ashoya loya bhaje Hare Krishna nahi tyaje. Ashoya loya bhaje Hare Krishna nahi Vaishnava Charana Jo Prema Bhakti Dite Bo Vaishnava Charana Jo Prema Bhakti Dite Bo Aroke Ho Nahe Balavanta Vaishnava Charana Dhenu Mastake Bhushana Vinu Vaishnava Charana Dhenu Mastake Bhushana Vinu Adonahi Bhushane Dayanta Jal Pavitra Gune Likiya Purane Jal Pavitra Gune Likiya Purane Tesa Bhaktira Pravanchana Tesa Vaishnavera Pada Dukkha Samana He Sabha Vaishnavera Pada Dukkha Samana He Sabha Jate Hoi Vanchito Purana Jate Hoi Vaishnava Sangite Mana Anandita Anukana Vaishnava Sangite Mana Anandita Anukana Sada Hoi Krishna Parasanga Sada Tamakade Hiya Darjana Hi Bande Hinanaro Tamakade Hiya Darjana Hi Bande Mora Dosha Keno Hoilo Banga Mora Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Jadavaya Namaha Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana Hari Gopinatha Madana Mohana Hari Gopinatha Madana Mohana Chaitanya Nityananda Priya Advaita Chandra Chaitanya Nityananda Priya Advaita Chandra Radha Shiva Sari Gaura Chandra Radha Shiva Sari Gaura Chandra Jaya Rupa Sana Sana Jaha hoite vignana sabishta purana Ch.Ch. Gosai Jar Muita Dadasa panchagrasa Ajara charana se vibhakta sane bhasa Janame janame more abhinasha Nitai gosai jabe braje koilo basa Braje koilo basa Radha Krishna nitya lila korila prakasha Anande bolo hari bhaja vindhavana Guru Vaishnava pade majaya mana Shri Guru Vaishnava pad padma kari asha Shri Guru Vaishnava pad padma kari asha Hari Nam Sankirtan Kohe Narottama Dasa Sankirtan Kohe Narottama Dasa Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Jai Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Bhagavan Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai Shri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath Chad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Narottam Shamananda Srinivasacharya Ki Jai Srila Baladevi Jabhushan Ki Jai Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhari Ju Ki Jai Saparshad Shima Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai Shri Ganga Jamuna Ki Jai Shri Bhakti Devi, Vrinda Devi, Tulasi Devi ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Shama Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Shri Kol Kartal ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki Jai. Vishwavyapi Tadiya Shaka Mat ki Jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj ki Jai. Acharya Vrinda ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. All the world devotees ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan.
Jai.
Jai Gaur Premanand.
Hari Hari Bol.